Hi guys, WizardMan500 here. If you remember my last video, I was talking about rabbit snaring, and I started carrying this first aid kit on me. And it's another one of my homemade ones. I had made another one. It had a belt loop on the back. I don't know if you remember that. But this is the other one that I made. A little bit more chunky, a little bit more hefty. That means you can get a couple more things that you wouldn't get in a first aid kit that's as small as that one was. If you remember the last one, I did lose it. So this is kind of my smaller one. And this one is kind of what I get all my stuff out of. This is just a cheap one. And it doesn't have a whole lot in it. But I can take some of this stuff out of here and put it into a carrying system that I like. Because this one doesn't really fit my needs, so I can go and pick up a carrying system and take the stuff out of 2 or 3 of however many of these that I need, and all the stuff is the same. So pretty much just talking about this one today. First off, it's a bufflo pencil case. There's a lot of great uses for these pencil case. Soft plastics for fishing. Also fits great in these. I've seen a lot of people put soft plastics in these pencil cases, and they're really cheap, really inexpensive, and they fit really good, like everything that you need. So really good idea. Actually came from Outdoors Guy 500 is where I got the idea from. So I mean, if you can go and pick yourself up one of these and make one, you can carry everything you need. So first off, I got this mesh compartment up front. I may as well start digging in. I'll show you what I got in here for stuff. Once again, pretty much a smorgasbord of everything, but I kind of base it around winter because this is what I'm going to be mainly using it for. So I open up this compartment, and I've got a lot of bandages, just small band-aids. It's kind of like quick access stuff. If I get a cut on my finger, I mean, I can quickly get a band-aid out and fix my finger. I don't have to go digging into the guts of this thing until I really need to. I got some butterfly bandages. Those are great. I got more band-aid stuff in here. I got a lot of band-aids. I find that I use them a lot. So I keep a lot of band-aids on me in my first aid kit. And this is really easy. You can go and pick this stuff up yourself. Like I said, a lot cheaper than going and picking yourself up a full-size brand name first aid kit. So a lot cheaper. I've got some gauze pads. They're pretty cheesy little pads, not very big. But I've got like 5, I think I got 5 in here. And these are great, especially for smaller stuff if you just want to clean it. These are great for that. So you can keep them in there for that. Also, I have some of these alcohol pads. I keep a lot of these, just once again because I always need these. Great for cleaning stuff out with, and they're really easy to use. Better than carrying a bunch of peroxide with you and a little bottle. Next in here, this is actually a piece of a razor blade and a duct tape, and don't really need it for a whole lot, but if I needed to pick out a splinter maybe for that, or maybe getting out a fish hook, Lord knows, this comes in great handy. And not necessarily is your knife always going to be the sharpest, so this could come in handy for that. So so I do carry a little razor blade there. I'm not going to take it out because it's in there. I also carry some of these sting relief. As you know, stings can be a pain, literally. So it's good if you can calm down your things there. I also carry a couple little bandages. There's a couple more of them. And lip gloss too. In the wintertime, I don't know about the rest of you fellas out there, or ladies, or whoever. I get really bad chapped lips in the wintertime. And this just helps calm them down. So really, that's more of a winter thing than anything. I don't use it a whole lot in the summer, so that's why it's kind of oriented for winter stuff. Also carry a pair of tweezers in there. Little pair of tweezers. Not very narrow on the ends. But they do to get the job done if I needed to really get in there, or even doing just regular stuff for whatever. Lord knows you need. Oh, these are great to have with you. So just a pair of them. And I have a pair of scissors as well. I've got some tape in there for taping up different things. So it's good to have a good pair of scissors because, like I said, your knife is not exactly always going to be the sharpest, so it's good to have a pair in there. And the good thing about this is I got those pencil things in there, so you can just slip them in there if you want. That and your tweezers. Slip in your tweezers. And you can even, I don't even know if you can, yeah, you can even put in your Blistex if you want. Right in those little compartments in the front there, so it works out really good. So that's pretty much everything in that compartment. But like I said, this is mainly quick access stuff that I'm going to be using on a regular basis. So we go deeper inside. There's another section, the main section. Unzip this. And this is really the guts of what I got here. I actually have two pairs, which I shouldn't. Just realized that I did. That's another thing. Go through this before you go out and make sure you have everything. If you have old packages of stuff that you never thrown out, throw them out and get new stuff and resupply this regularly because you never know when you're going to need it. So I do have tape. Like I said, that's why I have the scissors. And that's for the tape there. Good stuff to use, especially if you got gauze and stuff. Got some, I don't know what this is. This is like gauze, almost. Carry a lot of gauze stuff, just to help stop bleeding. Pretty big. I've taken one of these out one time, and they are pretty big. So that is gauze. I've got a few bandages in here. This is a heavy-duty one. It tells you to replace it as well if it gets damaged in any way, which is a good thing to follow. In here, got some more gauze pad. 3x3. So not very big, but big enough if you wanted to do something small. Like I said, this isn't a huge first aid kit. I'd pack more of it. If I was going 2, 3, 4 nights, however long I was going for, I'd pack more of this stuff because I'm going for a longer period of time. I'm going to need more of this stuff. In here, I've got compress, another 3x3. I also have some 2x3 non-adhesive sterile pads. And once again, if these get damaged or whatever, replace them. Because it's good to have sterile stuff, so I just have a bunch of them. I also have a pressure bandage in here in the package, plastic bag, which keeps it waterproof. Good for that. It's pretty much instant pressure if you have a big wound or a gash or something like that. Once again, hopefully you never have to use any of this stuff, but it's good to have. I also have some rubber gloves, clean rubber gloves, in this little bag here. I'd never take these out of the bag. They came in one of these, and once again I just salvaged them from that and popped them in there, and I've never taken these out because I didn't need them. So just leave these in the bag until you absolutely need them. I've got a thing of thread in here, yellow thread, and I have, where are they? They're there. I have needles, and not very many, mainly for splinters. Digging out splinters. I don't know if you can see them or not, but they're pretty small. There's two of them. I'm not going to take them out. I'm just going to leave them in there. But mainly for splinters. If you have a splinter, it's easy just to take them out with that. So I always have a couple of those. And of course, the thread is for sewing up wounds. More of a specialty thing. Trained people should always do it. and this isn't very sterile, so I should have some sterile stuff, but I don't. So like I said, more of somebody who's had some experience. I do have my first aid course. It's about to run out, so I have to retake it. So more of somebody of the experience level is higher. And of course I've got a little thing for your thumb, but of course it's too small for mine. And in here I have two iodine pads, not very many because I have some other stuff for cleaning wounds. And I have some nice clean instant hand washers. And this is for before you eat. Use these. It's good to keep clean in the woods. Maybe you're not going to have a bar of soap on you or water necessarily. So before you eat, always wash down with one of these or one of your pads here, one of your alcohol pads, but not necessarily. I like to have one of these because usually they don't carry any toxins in them. You can wash your hands off really nice with them, and before you eat. So it's always good to have those. And once again, I will carry more of these if I go for 2 or 3 or 4 days, or however many people I have in my group. I will carry more. So it's good to have all that stuff. And this is really all I carry. I don't usually go too hefty on my first aid. Like I said, the odd time I'll need a band-aid, but most of the time it's just simple stuff. So I'm not necessarily going to need the compression bandage or anything like that. But still, it's good to have. And sometimes I will switch out the tape. This is small, narrow stuff. I've got some bigger, full-size medical stuff that I might carry with me as well if I was going for a long period of time. Now that's pretty much it. Woodsman 500 here. Go make it yourself. Cheaper that way. And salvage stuff from other first aid kits. And once again, make sure you know what you have in your kits. Just don't buy it and throw it in your book bag or backpack or whatever. Go through it, know what you have in there, know what your capabilities are, and hopefully you won't have to use it. So, Woodsman 500, thanks for watching. Stay tuned.